I have eaten almost no junk food in the past 6 months, and I'm not planning on doing that ever again. Of course, I will eat some junk food in my lifetime, because it's impossible to cut out all junk food out of my life. Because I don't want to be that one guy at birthday parties who doesn't eat the food there, but brings his own chicken and broccoli from home. But if someone offered me an apple or an ice cream, I would gladly pick the apple, because I've learned to love healthy food. And if you want to be lean year-round effortlessly, then this is the place where you need to be. And the way that you get to this point where you love healthy food and don't care about junk food at all is by valuing your future self's happiness more than your happiness right now. This means that you value the long-term pleasure that your future self will have by having an aesthetic body and a body that you're proud of than the short-term pleasure that you can have by eating junk food right now. This means just choosing delayed gratification over instant gratification. If you want to know what they are in more detail, then I have already made a video on that, and it will pop up on your screen right about here. Junk food was created to make us addicted to it. So many food scientists and food companies' job is to make us addicted to their junk food, just because that's how they make a living. They put in all sorts of chemicals, sugar and salt, just so it tastes good and we would buy it. Have you ever looked at the ingredient list and nutrition of Skittles? The first two ingredients are sugar and corn syrup, which means the Skittles are pure sugar with some chemicals as well. And the nutrition label is just atrocious. 160 calories in just 40 grams and 22 grams of sugar. More than half the calories and coming from sugar. Foods like this should not be a part of a healthy human's diet because it's just like crack. If you eat junk food regularly, then you are no different from a crack addict. Yes, I'm looking at you. If you eat junk food regularly, then you are no different from a crack addict. The only thing that separates you two is the fact that being addicted to junk food is so normalized in today's society that people don't even realize the fact that they're addicted to it. They think that it's normal to go to McDonald's 5 times a week and eat sweeties every day like a child. You might think that I'm over-exaggerating, and I understand you. To a normal person who eats junk food every day, this will seem as over-exaggeration. You might say, well, it's just sugar, it's not that bad. It's not like it's going to kill you, and why are you even comparing it to crack? Crack is a hard drug, and sugar is just a food. But you don't realize that sugar is a drug as well. So many people are addicted to sugar and all sorts of junk food because that's their source of pleasure. And so many people are addicted to crack because that's their source of pleasure. Junk food releases dopamine in our brain, which makes us feel good, temporarily. After you've eaten all your junk food, you don't feel good anymore. Some people feel fine, but most people feel miserable, and I was one of them. After mindlessly emptying the whole cookie jar or the tub of ice cream, you start getting negative thoughts. How did I let myself go like this? My goal was to lose fat and get a six-pack by 2022, but I still haven't made any progress. I'm a failure. I'm never going to lose fat, so let's eat another tub of ice cream to make myself feel better. And it's a downward spiral like this. I want you to imagine this scenario. You give up all junk food and decide to transform your body. It's difficult. You get cravings for sugar and McDonald's, but you don't cheat on your diet because the long-term pleasure of having a six-pack is higher than the short-term pleasure of eating junk food. You're consistently working out and eating healthy. You start to see some changes. You think to yourself, damn, I look good. I'm finally proud of myself. You get addicted to the progress. You have completely quit junk food because it's just not worth it. You get your pleasure from working out and eating healthy foods instead of the junk food. 1 year passes and you have made some significant changes. Almost no one recognizes you because you have went from the fat, awkward kid to the jacked and confident guy. 5 years pass and you're still working out and eating healthy. Junk food doesn't even cross your mind. You forget that it even exists. You have achieved your dream physique and you're happy with your life. Wouldn't you want to be in this position? Of course you would. To get there, you need to get the realization that the 10-minute pleasure of eating junk food isn't worth the long-term sacrifice. At the beginning it will be difficult because remember, you are just like a crack addict. When a crack addict can't smoke crack, he gets withdrawals, cravings and headaches. He becomes really irritable. And you are just like him. You just need to push through this initial phase, which usually lasts no more than a week. But I have some good news for you. When you start seeing real progress in your fitness journey, you will start to love healthy food. You won't even crave any junk food anymore, and I can confirm this. The only foods that are craved now are healthy and nutritious foods. It's like I've forgotten that junk food even exists. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want to be lean year-round effortlessly, then this is the place where you need to be. And the best thing about this is that I've learned to love healthy food so much that I don't even need to have cheat days. Why would you want to cheat on your diet if you enjoy it? The biggest reason why people love cheat days is because they hate their diet. If they loved it, then they wouldn't have a reason to cheat on it. The best way to actually enjoy being on a healthy diet is by actually learning to cook food. A boiled chicken breast with rice and broccoli is healthy, but who would want to eat that? You need to learn how to use seasonings and different styles of cooking your food to make it actually enjoyable. If you don't enjoy being on your diet, then you just won't be able to stick to it long term. So, the main point that I wanted to get across in this video was that junk food should not be a part of your diet. Do you think our ancestors 2000 years ago ate junk food? Of course not. Their diet consisted mainly of meat and plants. That means humans don't need junk food to survive. Junk food is just something that was created in the last century to get you addicted to it, just so food companies could profit from you while destroying your health in the process. I hope that I inspired you to stop eating junk food or at least reduce it in your diet. Remember that the first step is actually noticing that you are addicted to junk food. The second step is to reduce it, and the final step is to remove it. If you liked this video, then I would really appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe, and comment down below what kind of videos would you like to see from me more. Have a great day, and remember, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Peace!